Hey everyone, it's RSC, Life on Two Wheels. So this is going to be the first episode thing or little show thing or whatever you want to call it. Um, it's going to be called Under the Hot Knives with your blade questions. And so what it is, it's going to be whoever writes question or asks questions on my channel. I'm going to take your name off there and what you wrote, and not exactly what I wrote back, but I'm going to answer the questions. So first episode, here we go, of Under the Hot Knives with Blade questions. So this was about 7 months ago. I got from MZDX is the person. Their question is, how do you deal with rust? I got some. Rust on my Rize bike, I don't know how to deal with it. And the rust, he says, or the person says, is on his pedals, the metal area around there, and the metal stem part of around his handlebars. I haven't had a lot of issues with rust. The only issue I've had with winter riding in rust or whatnot is with my spokes, if I ever had to tighten them. Like right at the nipples, I'd get it a bit, and like your cogs areas and your bearings, obviously. And he also said, and my chain, this is probably worse, but he also said that he uses his air compressor to blow it all off. Now, there's nothing wrong with using an air compressor to a certain extent. If you do, be very careful, because when you're blowing, say, 90 or 100 psi at that, and you're blowing in towards your bearings, for instance, you're going to blow in, you could blow the seal part out, or you're going to blow stuff in or water into those sealed bearings, or even if they're not sealed, say your front wheel, you might be blowing chunks of debris in there, and they'll screw it up. But it is good to have. I do use them, like the air compressor sometimes get stuff off. I rinse. I don't wash it all the time after each ride by any means. I find sometimes it's better to keep it in the cool area and take your battery off, and you don't have that full thaw and everything. But I take oil, a light oil, and I'll go over like part of the frame, and if there's any steel parts that touch aluminum, make sure there's grease in between or a barrier, especially in the winter, because they oxidize together and they'll eat each other, like the steel will eat the aluminum. So thanks for that question, MZDX or ZDX or whatever. So another one was from Trick, I think it is, 4 months ago. They said, I just ordered the Rize Blade 2020 model, which is the one I currently have. The 19.2 amp hour battery. He said, the person said, did I make the right choice, or is this an outdated version now? I wanted to get a 2021 model, but it was fairly expensive and was not arriving till July, till late, and that's too late for me. I wanted to do food delivery and off-road, and this is my first e-bike experience. Well, I don't think you made the wrong choice at all. If you had a budget to stick with, and we didn't know all this was coming necessarily. So, well, I guess you did at that time. Thank God you didn't wait. You can order the new one, because they're still not in, and we're in October, so I think you did wise. I think you did. You're getting a bang for your buck, that bike too, because you're getting that 19.2 amp hour battery, plus you get 1,000 watts, and that's more than you get with the new 1,000 watt with the single battery, and it's less money. So whether that frame difference makes that difference for you, and the 52 volts, the 4 volt difference, I would say that was a smart move on your behalf, and it's not outdated by any means, because that upgrade, yeah, it is an upgrade, but it's not like, I don't think it's gonna be that crazy amount of power difference or anything like that. So if, as long as you like that frame style and stuff, I think it's a great frame. And a great bike. I wish I did buy the 1000 watt, that model, that 2020 model, instead of the 500. But I can't turn back time. So the next is from Chris Trofer. Said his question is: think there's a possibility of a better bike than the original Blade? I said possibly yes. Listen, this is my first e-bikes is the Blades, and like I love them. Is there better ones out there? Probably, yeah. Like that style, yeah, you could maybe get something better. I don't know. I can't tell you. I think the Blade has the best setup. Personally, I just wish that seat was a bit longer, and you know, there's a couple things I would change possibly, but they have changed on this frame, at the new frame. But I think the geometry, the way that the blades are laid out, is perfect. Like you can just put your foot down, hit the throttle, and spin it on one back wheel, like up, have the front off the ground, and just whip it right around. I don't wipe out really ever much, and I can't say that for my other bikes I had. So I think the Blade, like all these bikes you might, like they're not the high end components compared to like you could spend thousands more on a bike, but and get higher components. But you can always add, and I think the Blade is the perfect platform for a bike. For someone, the Blade doesn't suit everyone, but it could suit a lot of people, I think, and their lifestyle, or you could adapt. And I don't know, it changes the way you think of things too. Like, you know, instead of jumping in your vehicle to go grab a couple of things, I just, you know, just jump on the bike, and it's so much quicker, really. You know, is it good for everyone? Is it for everyone? No. If you're got short legs, it's not the greatest because it's kind of high up the seat. The best thing to do is, if you can, just so you know, is take your bicycle, and if you have a current one, put the seat up to the height, I forget what it is, like 30 inches or something like that. I think put it up to that, and picture that like, I don't know, 2 feet long, and getting your leg over that and having to hold that bike at that. The Blades are very, very balanced bikes, though. I think they're the perfect setup, and like I said, possibly is better ones out there, but like previous videos I have too, there's reasons I went with the Blade again, and it's for the third time too. It's the frame, like just how they have it set up. You look at the other ones, and it's just kind of odd. Next. Sorry. I misplaced one, please. So one of the questions was, I think it was Jen or Jennifer. She or he or whatever, I don't know, asked me, with what's the fastest that I've gone. What's my top out at on with just throttle when it's unlocked, and what's the fastest I've ever had it. So the fastest it goes usually on flat, like totally flat with no pedaling, unlocked for my 500 watt is 39.9 kilometers an hour, so about just shy of 25 miles per hour. I think that is. And the fastest I've ever had the Blade going was with tubeless tires, with too much fluid in them, and I was doing 72.6 kilometers an hour, and which is about 45 miles per hour. It was sketchy, and I highly don't recommend it. It was a bit of slushy snow out too, and it was just, I had the tire pressure down low, and that's where they get sloughed. They're not meant for that, and that's something to always be. They're very agile bikes and stuff, but they're not meant for speed, like stupid speed. And it's too fast for those spikes and those tires, and like I said, it was fluid in them too. So that's the fastest I've gone, and what it'll do when it's unlocked, and that's not legal then on the road. So anyways, that's it for Under the Hot Knives with your blade questions. Also, if you guys are interested, I got stickers made. There's this there, and I got these made too. They're very thick stickers. I don't know if you'd read that or not. So we'll keep doing these if you guys are into it. And I just want to say, there's a beer cap. I just want to say thanks again for everyone supporting. And subscribers, hit the like button, everyone too. Subscribe if you haven't, it helps. And if you're interested in stickers, let me know. Oh, also, prototype bag I just did, or my friend we came up with a design I've been testing out, and I'm gonna show that hopefully very soon, and then we'll see if there's any interest in it. They're all handmade out of Gore-Tex, and big leather side pouch or pocket, and it goes underneath the seat, and you can fit quite a bit of stuff in it, and you'll be able to. Those will go on new blades, the old blade style too, under the seat, and the other scrambler style bikes, and some other, they should go on other bikes as well, but definitely for the blades and scrambler style. So thanks again. It's RSC. Take care. Bye.